for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. In obituary news this morning, celebration of life for Ms. Lucille Harvey, age 71, is Friday at 1 o'clock from Community Funeral Home Chapel in Sylacauga, with the Reverend Michael McCain officiating. And interment in the Sylacauga Cemetery following the service. Visitation is today, 1 until 7 at the funeral home, Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, in charge of the arrangements. Roadside service for Mrs. Margaret Alice Taylor Bradford, age 89, of Alexander City, will be Sunday, May 2nd at 3:30 at Hillview Memorial Park, with Minister Chris Tidwell officiating. The family will receive friends on Sunday, 1 until 3 o'clock at the funeral home. Ms. Bradford died Sunday, April 25th at her residence and Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City, in charge of the arrangements. Mrs. Betty Jean Buchanan, age 87, of Alexander City, died April 24th. Funeral service today at 1 o'clock from Great Bethel Baptist Church in Alexander City, with burial in the Armours Memorial Garden. Armours Memorial Cemetery in Armours Memorial Funeral Home in Alexander City, directing. Funeral service for Mr. Seaburn Jackson Gilbert, age 87, of Alexander City, will be Saturday, May 1st at 11 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Reverend Mike Dinsmore officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family receiving friends Friday from 5 until 7 o'clock at the funeral home. Mr. Gilbert died Tuesday, April 20th at East Alabama Medical Center. Radley Funeral Home directing. Graveside service for Tommy Shane Bubba Campbell, age 46, of Alexander City, will be Friday at 11 a.m. from Old Providence Baptist Church Cemetery, with the Reverend Jeremy Jones and Dr. Josh Salmons officiating. Mr. Campbell died April the 27th. And Radley Funeral Home, Alexander City, directing. Funeral arrangements for Miss Faye Cross, age 46, will be announced by S.M. Goodson Funeral Home and Crematory in Talladega. Miss Cross died Wednesday, April 28th. Funeral service for Miss Clara Sherelle Swain, age 52, of Talladega, will be Friday at 1 p.m. from S.M. Goodson Funeral Home Chapel, with Pastor Jock Francis officiating. Interment following the service in the Oak Hill Cemetery. There'll be a public viewing for Miss Swain today from 1 until 3, and the family hour from 3 until 5, all at S.M. Goodson Funeral Home. S.M. Goodson Funeral Home and Crematory, Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Bernice Parker, age 87, will be Friday at 1 o'clock from Patton Chapel Baptist Church in Lincoln. The family will receive friends 11:30 until service time at the church. Burial in the Lincoln Cemetery. Mrs. Parker died Wednesday. Kilgore Funeral Home in Pell City, in charge of the arrangements. Ms. Parker was a member of the Patton Chapel Baptist Church for over 30 years. Jean Armstrong Davis died Tuesday at her residence in Childersburg. Funeral service Friday at 3 o'clock from Radley Funeral Home Chapel, with Reverend Paul Hickman officiating. Visitation from 2 o'clock until service time. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Ms. Davis was a longtime member of the Calvary Baptist Church in Childersburg. Radley Funeral Home, Alexander City, directing. And graveside service for Mr. William Lowell Godfrey, age 87, is today at 3 o'clock from Green Hill Cemetery in Childersburg. Brother Frank Thomas and Keith Meadows officiating. Mr. Godfrey died Tuesday, April 27th at Sylacauga Health and Rehab. Mr. Godfrey was a member of the Grace Baptist Church of Childersburg. In lieu of flowers, donations can be made to either Grace Baptist Church in Childersburg or Coosa Valley Hospice. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga, in charge of the arrangements. This obituary report this morning, courtesy of Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. For pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.